show. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Down. 90 Wolf. Look, squeeze.
Big gap. Whip.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
I'm scared.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Go out.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Bang, 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 bang.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Sam off.
Slam. Check 99.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On the set.
59, 59. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
They'll run on first down. O'Neal looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
59. He don't know no better. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
80 weapon.
Fresno! Fresno! Fresno!
Now.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
General West.
Kill, kill, kill!
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Ready? 10 logo.
I'm gonna run you over! I'm gonna run you over!
Topper! Topper!
Hey, check 24!
2.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ready, ready!
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Coming for the son! I'm coming for the son!
G-Con, 152 fighter.
Switch, switch, switch! Check, 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 check!
Look at me. Door, door. Ready, ready?
Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Break.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist! Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up! Jack.
Rock it, slide.
They'll try the left side. Bernstein, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
Make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Quick dash, quick dash! Come, come!
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
It's a party now! It's a party now! Check! Check! Check!
Speed grip.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Switch it, here, switch it.
36.
Hey, lock it.
Check 49, check 49.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. $12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's get it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
X3, 218, chop it. Let's go.
2nd and 6. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Ready.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Get it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go, set. 90 Wolf protein spill.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got three. Three down. Three down. Hatch it. Hatch it.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go. 6-6, pull it high. 70, Indy. Hey, 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 hey.
Man up, dude.
Hey, wahoo.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set, 30 base. Greystone travel.
Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 13. And he completes it to Cohen. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Come on. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Topper, topper.
57.
Get it.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 27. They pick up the first down in the process.
On the double.
I got him.
Bam, bam.
On first down, Pollard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
18, Gator.
Check 44, check 44. Check it out, please.
Snap.
Now a give, right side. Pollard, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Check 15, check 15.
On 3rd down, Kirkland, and he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Turn it up. Kill, turn it up.
And they'll indeed lead, stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half.
It's fourth down.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
On the ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think...
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Tony Pollard, 82 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Got it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey! Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 67 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Jet bombers, jet bomber. Hey, Alpha.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Room to run past midfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Look at me. Go.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Down. 8 read. Hey, exit.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Check Mike 99, Mike 99. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check Mike 99, Mike 99.
Hey, orbit.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check Mike 99, Mike 99.
They'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
X3, 218, chop it.
Watch the run. That's south, baby. That's baby south.
Big grip.
Looking to throw. The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Tony Pollard with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
5. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st down, Pollard. And a loose football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
44. Record. Check 52.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
61, matchbox light.
Switch up.
Hey, seam 6.
57's the mic.
Yep.
57. All day, baby. All day. 57. Mike, 57.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Bears on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. That is caught by Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Down. 10-2 stop.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Go on.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Recon, 132 fighter.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Two draw Corker.
Check 3. Tight dog.
2nd and 11. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. There's a part of
Snap.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Vikings now to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Tony Pollard, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Let's go!
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They'll try the right side with Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Ready. 60. Pull it high. Look, squeeze, snap.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Set. 60 or. Christian Travis.
Check. Fresno. Under.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Vikings, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.